What's good, gang? Ernest in the building. Ernest in the building. Peace and God bless to all. How y'all doing? Happy New Year. With that being said, let's get started. I want to do a video today on Destiny Harrison. She lost her life, I said, about a week ago. She was killed in her hair salon and was killed in front of her son, which is a sad thing. Now, this lady, she was just starting off her business. You know, it really didn't even take off yet. She was just starting off. You know, happy to go to the nail salon, you know, to get everything set to work. And was killed and was robbed of $2,000 worth of hair. Now, she was killed in front of her son, which is, you know, I can just imagine how he feel about that. You know what I'm saying? And my thoughts and prayers go out to him and go out to his family. Now, we get to the point where we have no witnesses. We haven't seen anything. Don't nobody know nothing. Then nobody heard nothing, which I find that real hard to believe. I'm going to challenge the African-American community. We got this thing called no snitching. No snitching. That's what it's called. And if you consider labeled as a snitch, you know, you get ridiculed by your community, or, you know, where you stay at, or, you know, just period. It's like a bad thing in the African-American community. But what I want to say is, have we got to the point where we say we're not going to tell if an innocent woman had nothing to do with anything, was just, you know, in her place of business, finna get ready to run her business, and it was killed in front of her son? So you saying that's not nothing to be upset about, nothing to be outraged about? What is really going on? You know, as far as a black community, as far as an African American community, where we saying we didn't hear nothing, we didn't see nothing, when in reality we probably seen it all and just scared to say something. Now, this woman was killed, and if you seen anything or heard anything, you need to say something. Now, I believe, you know, that's all we could owe to her son, who had to watch that. This young man gonna be traumatized for the rest of his life. Definitely traumatized for the rest of his life. Now, we sit up here, you know, we talk about Black Lives Matter. Now, how Black Lives Matter when we sitting up there killing and shooting each other, instead of organizing and getting together and finding one solution to help us all as a people? How does it? How does that matter? We have to get to the point where we stand up as a people, as a community, and stop living in fear of everything. Now, I'm talking about this story because this story haven't got enough attention that it should be. I talk about the fake news media all the time because they are fake. They only talk about their agenda. This is a very important story I felt like should have been covered, just because they haven't found no person of interest yet. Now, when I say they the fake news media and they only cover what they want, it's true. You know, they cover what they want. You know, you got stories out here like that, but they talking about love and hip-hop. You got stories with the wildfires burning, but they talking about love and hip-hop, Lil Fizz and April Jones. You got stories with missing women and children, and they talking about Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken. That's what trends. That's what trends. And we sit up here and we look at everything that trend, and we follow in suit. We follow in line like robots, like trained robots, professional trained robots. And then you got the powers that be at the top laughing at everybody. Everybody. And I'm saying, what I'm basically saying is, if this don't bother you as a person, I mean, you adapt it to your environment. You basically adapted to your environment. This is basically what you was taught. This is basically how you're gonna live, and you don't care about anything else. When they feed you stories on the news, you always have to challenge them stories. You always have to ask questions. Never hurt to ask questions, because you always want to know more, or you always do your research and you want to learn more about that story. And when I'm challenging my African community people on, is we got to stop this no snitch rule. This is an innocent woman who was gunned down in front of her son. Now, y'all have to let that sink in. Y'all have to let it sink in. Just say if it was your family member that was gunned down, then their kid had to watch it, or the kid was gunned down, and vice versa. It's shootings like this that happen every day in the city of Chicago, Illinois. It's like the Wild West. What they call it, Chirac? That's exactly how it is. We have more crimes over here than they have in any foreign country right now. Right now. Right now. In this state alone, over 2,000 people was killed in this year alone. In this year alone. Is they talking about it? No. Is they trying to bring any kind of solutions? No. CNN, is they talking about it? No. MSNBC, is they talking about it? No. Fox News? No. None of the talk shows, The View, any of them. It's not important to them. That's why I say, you have to take care of yourself. You control your destiny. You control what you wants to do in life. You control on how you live. You control on how you take the other person. You can never depend on no news media. You can never depend on no celebrities. You can never depend on no anything that has anything to do with television, because it ain't nothing but part of the matrix. You have to find all your information within. You have to do your own research. You have to really take time for yourself to go outside, walk around, meditate. Even when you talk to yourself, because you really not talk to yourself. It's just your inner thoughts. And you know what happened to Miss Destiny Harrison? It's a bad thing, man. It's a bad thing. It's a real bad thing. That's why I use this my platform, and I talk about these issues that's happening around our world, because it don't have enough attention, or it don't get enough attention, or it's swept under the rug. You have to see what's really going on. You have to look past this matrix that they spin into you. You have to look past the TV shows, everything that they give us to entertain us, to keep us not woke, to keep us just stuck in the same situation. Just like with the 6ix9ine issue. And I'm just going to be brief on this one. Yeah, he snitched. He told and everything. But it was trending all on social media like it was a breaking news story. Like it was the 9/11 attacks or something. It broke all on social media like that. And everybody wanted to do a story on it. Everybody was so quick to want to do interviews, or, you know, everybody was so quick to try to get out the information. But everybody not so quick to get out the information about an innocent victim like a Destiny Harrison, or the young women and children that's being sex trafficked or murdered or kidnapped. I want to challenge everybody to them kind of issues. What are you going to do next time to make things better? Or if you see something that you know that's not right, an innocent woman being killed in front of their child, or a child being killed, you're going to still shut up and not talk and not say anything about it? How could your conscience live as a human being not speaking up on it? We as a people have to feed each other information. We have to. And it have to be true information. Because if it's not true information, you're going to continue to get your information from social media, from the fake news media, that only talk about things that don't matter. You want to keep hearing about Popeye's chicken sandwich or Lil Fizz, April Jones, shit that don't matter, or Snoop Dogg cheating on his wife. This is the shit that they get to distract us because, like I told you, music has spells. Music has energy. It has like I would say energy frequencies. You can hear the same song all day long on the same radio station. They could been just played it 2 minutes, 3 minutes apart from each other, and it would play literally again. Now, I'm not saying that listening to music is a bad thing, because it's not. But it depends on how you let music control you and control your mind. That's why I say, people like us may be built for it, like adults, but kids that listen to it, they not built for it. All music do is tell you to do murder, death, kill, or sex, or drugs. That's all we hear in our music. It's not back in the 90s or the 80s where it was talking about love or things you experience growing up, things you experience as a childhood. It's not talking about them kind of things anymore. It's all about negativity. And these rappers and singers and R&B singers that's putting this music out there may not have lived like that in real life, but they putting their music out there because they getting paid to take care of their family, and they putting their kids through colleges, and they have nice houses, they wealthy. Why our kids go to jail, our kids get killed, our kids go sell drugs, because they envying everything they hear from the music. Same with Hollywood. When you watch movies, it's hidden in plain sight. Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, Austin Crowley, Jeepers Creepers. All these are satanic kind of movies. And it's ritual kind of movies of what rituals actually take place in. It does. And like I told you, the news media, Hollywood, all of them together in this big bubble. Because they all work for the powers that be. That's why it's important for us to put our own information out there. It's very important. With that being said, like I said, my thoughts and my condolences go out to Miss Destiny Harrison, his family and friends, and most of all her son. Very unfortunate, tragic accident. I mean, it's crazy. We got to start loving each other, people. We got to start embracing each other. We got to start. It got to start somewhere. But with that being said, all I want to say is peace and God bless to y'all. Thank you for listening to my video. I would appreciate the support. You can like, comment, subscribe, share. I would love the feedback. Like I said, man, peace and God bless to y'all. All right, I'm out of here.